Alright, today I got this message that I want to read out. Okay, morning sir, this is my, okay, some personal stuff is there. Okay, late night, me and my wife and my child, okay, were on the bed ready to sleep. I was turning the other side, getting ready to doze off, while on the other end, my wife was chanting the Quran verses to my daughter. La ilaha illallah. It's a verse Muslims use as a lullaby to get baby to sleep. Hi doggy. Okay, sleep and soothe them. I don't believe in all this, but to my surprise, my baby has already mastered those words at a young age. Now my concern is, given that I'm not a firm believer of God, nor do I pray, I don't want my daughter to end up as a religious fool like her in-laws, like my in-laws, like society, or inculcate any religious values onto her. My question is, how do you prepare your daughter when it comes to religion? Do you just let it go and take action when she's matured enough to question these belief systems? If you want to make a video of this, it's fine by me, but I'm bringing this up because the last thing I want is my daughter to become a religious fool rather than be a human being of character and competent for the world out there. Okay, I'll give you my thoughts. Now, see, the first thing is, you know, when two people are of two different faiths, you always need to have this conversation, or at least have a decision beforehand. But I think it's a even more challenging thing when two people are of the same religion. Let's say both are Muslims, one is liberal and one is conservative. Okay, then what do you do? And this is not only a remote issue. I know quite a number of people. In fact, one of my friends is American. He has married this Pakistani Muslim, and they teach the extreme side of religion. Don't touch dogs, and they are dirty, and this is haram, and this. The father is very liberal. So now the question is, what do you do when two people are of two different religious temperaments or two different belief systems, okay, or lack thereof? Now, number one is you need to have either a conversation beforehand, an agreement, or you need to have an agreement in your head. This is what it is going to be. Now, given that this guy didn't have both, what do you do? I'll tell you one thing about children. The first thing is, a child will normally and naturally follow the person who spends more time with them. So if the mothers, like in the case of my daughter, my baby spends more time with the mother. So obviously she'll emulate the mother, she will think like the mother, be like the mother, which is fine with me. But then what happens is, when she comes to my room, she sees me doing something like typing on my computer or watching the iPad and doing some work. So my baby, surprisingly, she copies what I do. You know, I've put this on the videos. Sometimes my daughter just, hey doggy, walking with me? So my daughter just goes and sits down on the chair, and she is just doing this, you know, like trying to copy me. In fact, my wife says, baby is copying you, you know, like I don't share. When I eat, I don't like to share my stuff. I always keep my stuff protected, you know. It's not that I don't share, of course I share. But, you know, if I want to eat something, I buy. And I tell my wife, you also buy what you want. But my wife has a habit, even after I buy what I want and I buy what she wants to see what I'm eating and eat that. So obviously my share becomes less. So my baby also has this habit, when she's eating, if I take, no, give me, mine. Even though there's quite a lot. Until she's full, okay? So I get that. So see, the point I'm trying to tell you here is, the children they'll, more than listening to what you say, they'll do what you do. That is why if a parent is smoking, the child picks up the habit of smoking. If the parent is drinking alcohol, the child grows up to drink alcohol. That is why in a house filled with books of knowledge and you read, the child will pick up the habit of picking up books and reading. If you are 24/7 watching TV, the child will also pick up that habit. So now with regards to this, okay, reading some Quranic verses and all that, I don't see it harmful. Okay, the mother is not doing it with any bad intention. And when a child learns that there is a higher power, and it's to be honest, it's kind of good. You can't expect a child to be a religious, like logical atheist. Otherwise you'll end up with someone like Greta Thunberg and all that self-entitled know-it-alls. Okay, see, in my daughter's case, my wife prays to Buddha, and she prays to, she does her prayer, she goes to a temple. One day, I remember sharing this story. One day when I came out of my room, I saw my wife had put a religious kind of photograph or something there, and there were 2 candles. She was praying, and they bowed their head and all that. And my baby was there. My baby was small that time. Now she is 3. She was, I think, 1.5 or something. Yeah. So the baby looking at my wife bowing, and the baby was also copying. The minute my wife saw me, she got afraid. And she like stopped the baby, and I saw, and I didn't say anything, but my wife got afraid. And then my wife told me, sorry, I'm making baby pray. I said, sorry for what? No, you don't believe in God. And so I don't believe in God. You believe in God, you pray, and let the baby pray. She's saying, no, you don't like. I said, I don't pray. That I'm not saying you don't pray. You pray and teach the baby also how to pray, no? She's saying, you don't mind. Why should I mind? I mean, you're teaching her discipline, you're teaching her obedience, you're teaching her to respect higher power. Go ahead and pray. So my wife was a little confused. I said, just you finish your prayer, then we'll talk. So she thought the baby, the baby was copying the mom, bowing and praying and mumbling something, because she saw the mother saying. After she put the baby to sleep, she came into my room and she asked me, she said, I don't understand. You don't pray, but you let me pray, but you want baby to pray. I explained to her in simple words, whatever she could understand. I told her, if I don't pray, it doesn't mean you should not pray. You pray. You do what your mama and papa taught you. And you teach the baby the same what your mama, papa taught you. Okay? Praying is not bad. Being humble, obedient is not bad. But superstition, I explained to her, like, this is bad luck, or this is good luck, or there is ghost. That all is nonsense. But my wife believes in ghost. That's another story in itself. So she was happy with that, and she takes my baby to the temple, to the monk, she prays. And even when I accompany my wife, I'm also respectful of the monk. I also bow. You'll be surprised, I do bow in front of the monk. I do bow in front of the Buddha statue. I take off my shoes. I'm respectful. See, I don't lose anything by bowing. I don't lose anything by giving respect. Okay? And it keeps them happy. So it's totally fine. Now, coming to this example. See, let the mother take care of the baby, because the mother feels happy and the baby feels happy. The baby is small right now. And let her learn religious values. See, religious values are not bad. Religious superstition and dogma is bad. Values are help the poor, do good for others, be good to your neighbor. All these are good values. Religion is not entirely bad. But If you segregate people, oh, Hindus are good, Muslims are bad, Muslims are good, Hindus are bad. No, that is wrong. Or our God is real God, their God is a fake God. No, that is where problems start. Okay? So if your baby is taught to respect all religions, respect all gods, respect all faiths, beliefs, if your child is taught to respect the elders, fantastic, brilliant. See, and saying la ilaha illallah, let the child say, it's all right. The child doesn't become a bad person. There are so many Muslims, so many Hindus, so many Christians who believe in God and are good people. Let's not discount everyone. But remember, if you want to teach your child good values, your child will copy you. Let's say you go for exercise, the child will go for exercise and keep fit. You eat healthy, the child will eat healthy. You sit on a table and eat without the smartphone, and you talk as a family. If you respect your elders, the child copies all this. So, and don't worry too much about if today you're going to teach a prayer. It's a beautiful thing what the wife is doing. It's a beautiful thing. I let my wife teach about Buddha and all that. Okay, I know I keep getting questions. What about Islam and all that? I'm open to my child learning and understanding. But where bad ideas are concerned, like Allah is the one true God, or this Prophet Muhammad, what he did is correct. No, sorry. Teachings of help the poor, do good for others, absolutely. Dogma of we are superior, they are shit, our God is real, their God is fake, only support our community. And so I hope that answers your question. And end of the day, remember this: if you force a child, without leading through example, the child will become the extreme opposite. See what has happened to me with tattoos, with girls. If you suffocate someone and put like extreme restrictions, it's like going on an extreme diet and then you snap like a rubber band to the extreme other end. Don't do that. Moderation is the key. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Let the mother teach the child. It's a nice thing. Let the child learn about Quran, whatever religion, about God and doing good, respecting the elders. Logic and all that will come when the child grows big and interacts with you. And the most important is communicate. Talk to the child. The more you communicate, that's what my wife does, no? I'm a little strict. I'm like, I get so mad sometimes. But now I've learned to take a deep breath, relax. But my wife tells the baby, see, listen, don't do that, don't take this. She is very patient, oh goodness. I don't know how she has that. She talks to the child like an adult, and the baby is so cute, sometimes when she does mischief and my wife says, no, I'm not talking to you. The child, my daughter cries and she, mommy sorry, and then she goes and gives her a kiss on the cheek and kisses on the lips, and so cute, And she comes to me and gives me a hug, and she says something in Thai, chum chai ka, something like that, because she wants a chocolate. And sometimes, my daughter, when the wife goes, she'll come to me and ask for a chocolate because the mom said no. Or she'll ask me for the iPad, and the wife hears it and say, no iPad, no chocolate. I'm like, you have to listen to mama. Never correct your partner when in front of your child. Like I have a policy, this is just I'm adding on. If the wife corrects my baby and the baby comes to me and tries to get a sympathy vote out of me, I said no, listen to mom, because the child should know the mother and father are one, not I can go and veto what the mother's saying. It doesn't work. That's not good. That's why when my wife corrects the baby, I don't get involved, and when I correct the baby, wife doesn't get involved. Anyway, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I'm right. I'm just giving you my style of parenting. So feel free to criticize and say I'm wrong. I'm perfectly open to listening to your ideas. Alright, I hope this answers your question. You guys take care. It's me signing off. Ciao.